Hello everyone, welcome to FPL Subs. In today's video we have the below topics. Game Week 23 points and analysis. Game Week 24 team and transfers. Game Week 25 wildcard draft teams. The good thing about Game Week 23 Dream Team is there are lots of players who are good FPL options. The first position is the low priced midfielders who are valued from 5 million to 6.5 million. In this area, we have a surprise entry as Almiron. With this new attacking Newcastle team, in absence of Wilson and inconsistent Saint-Maximin, it will be all about Almiron. But the problem is Newcastle don't seems to be having a double game week. And I may consider Almiron after this double game week phase is past and Newcastle still play attacking. Then there are Doucouré, Foden, Gundogan. Especially not having Gundogan is a crime nowadays, which I made last week. But I will give a special mention to Foden and Doucouré for their upcoming double game weeks. With Everton winning over Spurs in FA Cup and City also progress in next round, there are still two matches to be rescheduled after double game week 24 for both of the teams. For same reason, Calvert-Lewin is also a highly favored asset in coming game weeks. With 1 goal and 1 assist, he is irresistible. Chelsea under Tuchel also kept performing and again two of their players in Dream Team. But Werner will have a tough fight with Kane and Vardy or even over DCL to make any chance of getting into FPL managers consideration in double game weeks. Leeds seems to be unstoppable again with a win and clean sheet. Their assets are the cheapest in FPL along with Aston Villa. Dallas and Messier will give a tough fight to the other low-priced defenders. Only caveat is their lack of double game weeks. Then there are also Tete and Dunk, but I guess the battle of spots for bench and cheap defenders is between Villa and Southampton. And if you improved team value, then there are lots of in and around 5 million options like Rudiger, Justin, Stones, Luke Shaw, or even a West Brom defender if they have a suitable double game week. I am heavily considering John Stone for my bench goalkeeper spot. Talking about bench, I had a massive headache last game week, and which was proving right until the halftime of City-Liverpool match. Yes, you get it right. Then in second half, the Gunda midfielder not only robbed the Liverpool defense with gun, but also caused me a rank drop. The massive 13-point hauls from Gundogan was the main differential this week. He single-handedly caused my rank almost 35k. And of course my captain Yo, who scored only 2 points and now is an injury out against that two relegation zone team named Fulham and Sheffield United. He had made me disappointed, but not that much when again Dyer is benched for Spurs, where it was a easy clean sheet. For the listener, I will go through the rest of the team. My 3 forward DCL with 12, Antonio with 4 points as captain, and Bamford gave me 6 points. In midfield, Sterling 8 points, Grealish 2, Son 10, and Bruno 7. In defense, Justin 9, Stones 2, and newly bought Pope also got 2 points. Gundogan was my first sub due to his difficult fixture against Liverpool, but I don't have any regret with it as his only competitor was DCL. I would never play Gundogan over the other midfielders I have in my team currently. So my new overall rank is 264k after auto subs. I am really trying to get into 5-digit rank before I start to use my chips. My full squad value is 102.4 million, which will come really helpful when I activate wildcard in next game week. Template rating for my team is almost 70%. My rank decreased by 15% from last game week, as you can see in the live FPL site. Link given in the description. Also, many other information is available here, like how much I am behind from the top managers. The difference between me and top 10k is 104 points. But for me, the short target is 12 points, which will get me under 200k. Then with my wildcard and bench boost, I may enter the 5-digit rank club and finish as high as possible with the other chiefs. Of course, everyone is playing to win it, but with my team value, it is little hard to get into top 10k. And final rank will depend on my transfer decision, which is the real key to a great FPL season. As discussed in my last video, I want to transfer in Digne this game week, that is double game week 24, for Everton in place of Dyer. Although the two fixtures for Everton are not very encouraging, but Digne can surprise anytime with attacking returns also. The main reason not to do this transfer is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. His injury has massively affected my plan, as well as many other FPL managers are facing the same issue. Carlo Ancelotti press conference will be where the all eyes will be on. There is three outputs of this press conference. First, DCL fit, which will favor me most, then I can do the Dine move without any hesitation. Second, if he is not fit, or third, doubtful, for the only one match, that is Fulham. This is where the Dine move is in doubt. Now in this case, I have to look for the other injury news of Antonio, Taylor and Justin. Antonio, if declared fit, will go into the team directly. I will bring Shaw in place of Dyer and play 3-5-2 formation with DCL, Amparo and Justin in bench. If Taylor is declared fit, then he will directly go into the team. I will bring Richarlison in place of DCL and play 3-5-2 with Antonio, Justin and Dyer in bench. I can keep Antonio in first team. Son will replace him from bench if he does not play. If none of them declare fit, I will play a 3-5-2. If both of them declare fit, then Son will make a way to fit them both in a 3-4-3. I will get Richarlison in place of DCL in both cases. So the possible team for double game week 24 depends on lots of ifs and buts. Currently the sure starters are 3 from Man City and Pope in goal. Another 2 players from my team has 2 fixtures, that is DCL and Taylor, who are injury doubts. I have to take decision of going with no other double game week players or not. If I feel I really need one more, then I will buy Dine or Richarlison as per the conditions mentioned earlier. I personally think Shaw can easily match or overscore Dine in game week 24. So he is my top consideration, which will help to keep my team structure intact with a 3-5-2 formation. But in case my 2 forwards are not able to play, I will bring Richarlison, keeping faith in Ampadu to play ahead of Justin and Dyer. The fact that Everton will get more double game weeks can be taken care in wildcard. That nicely put me into the wildcard for game week 25, which is currently on draft mode and will be activated as soon as the game week 25 starts. Whenever there is a situation to set up a wildcard team, the main dilemma we face is the number of premiums and their position. For my wildcard, the problem I found most is the selection between Salah and Kane. So here I will create 3 drafts, one with Mo Salah, one with no Salah, and in the third one, I will try to fit both Salah and Kane. So let's start with this 100.4 million to be used. First one is with Mo Salah. So let us just put him in the team. 3 Man City players are the need of ours. So let's go for the 3 of them. I will select Diaz, Stones in defense and Gundogan from midfield. Then select the forward line. As it is a no-Kane draft, DCL, Bamford and Adams are my initial choice. But with DCL injury and playtime doubt for Adams, I might go for an alternative setup of Ings, Bamford and Diagne. Bamford is there due to his double fixtures in game week 25. He will be out in double game week 26 by replacing Watkins. Diagne or Adams will be my differential here, who will get double game week 26 and good fixtures in game week 27 and 28. As I am doing free hit in game week 29, he is not a problem there also. Then I can decide game week 30 onwards depending upon their form and playtime if I want them in my team or not. Now keeping this Southampton and West Brom vibe alive, I will get 2 more players from them for bench boost purpose. Sam Johnston will hold the goalkeeper spot and Kyle Walker-Peters go into the defense. I will also get Jorginho from Chelsea for bench boost midfielder spot. Son will keep his place due to the fact that Spurs has lots of fixtures to be rearranged. That is why my first choice goalkeeper will be Hugo Lloris, who will have comparatively very good fixtures till the end of the season. I do not want to make any goalkeeper transfer in future except when I need to downgrade Johnston. Bruno Fernandes will also hold his place just for the double game week 26, and the final 2 defender spots will be shared by Shaw and Dine. It will give me 0.1 in the bank and an option to interchange the City options in future, getting Azpilicueta in place of Diaz and getting KDB or Sterling in place of Bruno, which I am even want to make in the wildcard itself. So my final team will be in goal, Lloris and Johnston, in defense, Stones, Shaw, Dine, Walker-Peters and 1 from Diaz or Azpilicueta. In midfield, Salah, Son, Gundogan, Jorginho and 1 from Bruno or Sterling. In attack, DCL or Ings, Bamford and Adams or Diagne. Bamford will be replaced by Watkins in Game Week 26 and bench boost will be activated there. For the Harry Kane draft, most of the team will be same except the premium and differential spot will be interchanged. Grealish will come for Salah and Kane for Adams, which means I will need some money from defense and Mings will replace Digne. I am very comfortable with this team because I get 2 Aston Villa backup for their upcoming double game weeks. Also, if I decide not to go with Aston Villa, then I can get Maddison instead and also keep Digne. Now let's try out the Kane Salah combo. This means I have to sacrifice Bruno and also one of my premium goalkeeper. So the final team will be in goal McCarthy and John Stone, in defense Stones, Shaw, Diaz, Walker-Peters and Mings, in midfield Salah, Son, Gundogan, Jorginho and Grealish, in attack DCL, Bamford and Kane, which also looks nice on the paper. This is my full team without making any transfers. Due to injury absence, my formation is fully messed up. Pope will be in goal, 3 defenders will be Taylor, Stones and Shaw, who will come in place of Justin. If any of them do not play, Ampadu will come on from bench. 4 midfielders will be Sterling with captain armband, Gundogan, Grealish and Bruno with vice captaincy. 3 forward will be Bamford, Antonio and DCL. Although DCL is not playing in the Fulham match, I still prefer him over Son, who is facing the same opponent Manchester City but in away match. If DCL is unable to play any of the matches and Antonio not able to get fit, Son will automatically come on from the bench. Finally, if both of them miss Game Week 24, then I will have to depend on my last sub Dyer, which will be a nightmare for me. Hope I have given you full team and transfer details and have thoroughly discussed my 3 possible draft wildcard teams for Game Week 25. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe the channel. Also, please comment about your thoughts so that I can improve the content more and come with more videos with your inspiration and suggestions. I am planning to discuss more on the final wildcard team and the possible double Game Week 27 teams. Till then, take care and goodbye from me. Please do like, comment, share the video and please subscribe the channel before leaving. More videos are planned and your involvement will be highly appreciated. Goodbye for now to all my fellow subs. Keep enjoying and see you in the next video.